So let's just start out. Jett Lawrence supposedly has signed the longest and or most profitable contract in motocross history. And if you Google this, and this is the rumor that I've at least seen, it's a 5-year contract extension with Honda HRC, reportedly worth $22.5 million. This is a 4.5 million annual salary, 2.25 million guaranteed, or 22.5 million guaranteed, with bonus potential, performance-based bonuses that could increase his earnings to over $60 million. Now let's just go right off the stop here. Jett Lawrence at the moment is the creme de la creme. He is the number one racer, speed, talent. If any team could sign him, they would in an absolute heartbeat. So this is well deserved. There is no questioning that. There is no arguing that whatsoever. And with that picture right there, his overall worth, getting to the Met Gala, getting to mainstream news on ESPN, being talked about from not just the niche motocross, moto supercross circles, his value is only going up. Now, at the moment, obviously, he's the number one fastest guy at any race. It's the person that you're probably betting on, because we are gambling now in this sport, to win. If you're going to put your money on the smart side, it would be for him to just win. But you have to say, I'm going to say this too, just on the pure fact that this sport is growing. That this having to be a rumor is horrible. I mean, I'm going to equate this to football, because the NFL, I think, at the moment is the highest grossing sport in the country. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But if you look at those contracts, you know the exact length, you know the exact yearly, or annual salary, you know what their stipulations are, you know what their bonus levels are. If they play 75.2% of games or whatever it is, they'll get a bonus for it. If they get this amount of yards, they'll get a bonus for it. So I'm going to say this: as this sport grows, yes, contracts like this, I'm assuming the next person to get it is going to be on probably Deegan. There is no one else on the popularity side, talent side, speed side, whatever you want to call it, that is going to warrant a contract like this for who knows how long. I'm assuming Deegan and Yamaha are going to be pretty close to this, just on the pure fact of, on his side of things, he's a massive social media following. You got people following him from outside this sport that don't watch it, or even you want to say aren't really attuned to it, but know who he is, which 6 degrees of separation bring in more eyes to Supercross. And I do have to say, again, this is well warranted. Jett Lawrence is just, at the moment, the best of the best. I mean, you've got people like Eli Tomac, who even outdoors are getting beat by 10, 15, 20 seconds, and it doesn't even look like he's trying super hard. And he probably is. Obviously outdoors is a very physical, demanding thing. That's just whatever. From the outside, he looks like he's just smooth sailing. I'm getting a whole shot. Even if not, he's just right there. And this just to me makes perfect sense. I mean, there's no reason that Honda would want to sign him for 1 or 2 years, maybe 3, see where it is, and then have to keep renegotiating this over and over and over again. For them, it's a good thing. And also from the side of the rider side of things, where most of these contracts are a year to 2 years. You have to perform all the time to not have to worry about this. If you're on a contract year, you have to be there constantly. If you get injured for 1 year, well, there goes most of your contract, or your whole contract. So to start seeing things like this, 5 years, it's a good sign, to me at least. That shows that teams are looking longer down the road. It's not just this immediate, you need to do everything in 1 year and then renegotiate and over and over and over again. Now, obviously, this is not going to be for everybody. This is not going to be for your 15 through 20. You're obviously privateer, because they don't have contracts with major teams, but you're going to, you would hope to see your 1 through 5, maybe 6, 7, depending on where they, how big they are, how much of a following they have, to start getting bigger contracts, longer contracts. And at a certain point, you think that these guys would want to have some sort of CBA, but that's a whole nother kettle of fish. We're not even going to go into that. But I mean, it's just, to me, this is good on his side, just bad on the PR side of things. He is the face of your sport at the moment. Depending, 450s, Deegan, you can argue the fact, but between the two of them, they are the face of this sport. And if there's no PR about this, it just has to be these rumors of it could be this, it could be that. We're not going to say anything about it. And yes, this sport is more private, but if you're going to start appealing to, I want to say, the more average fan, the more casual fan, they want to know stuff like this. They want to know who's making the big money, how long they're going to be somewhere, what their sponsors are. It's going to be things that you need to start doing. And I know it's not exactly what this sport is. Injuries don't get reported on, just whatever's going on kind of gets swept under the rug and whatever. But this, again, to me is great. For him, obviously this is generational money. This is, secured money. If you're talking $23 million secured, obviously you're losing a lot of that to taxes, and your agent's taking a cut, and everybody's going to get their little piece of the pie. But if you're getting $5 million, $4.5 million before any sponsor money, before any bonus money, before the race bonus like wins, there's just, it's a really good thing for him. This is generational money. And I mean, he's set for life now. As long as he continues to race, as long as he continues to be at the level he is. I mean, obviously he comes back from the ACL injury this year, goes outdoors, and still looks like a rocket ship. So hopefully, knock on wood, we don't have a, major injury that derails his career, or, the hurlings thing that just, not major injuries, but always injured. If he can stay healthy, if he can stay, at the speed he is, hopefully somebody like Deegan does come up and starts challenging him for race wins and speed. But to me, this is incredible. This is where this sport needs to go. More mainstream, more transparency for what's going on. Give these guys a more secure, I don't want to say secure life, but like more secure in their jobs, not these 1-year contracts where if you don't perform perfectly, then you get dropped and have to find something else. It's just, to me, this is only a positive thing. But I'm going to leave you guys here. You guys comment down below. Tell me what you think. Good, bad? Are you excited to see him stay on Honda for a while? That's not a surprise for anybody, but I don't know. You guys tell me, whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think while you're down there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helped me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.